So anyways, I ran out of sandpaper on the weekend. And do you think that I could find sandpaper? It's like I called the big box stores. I tried some little places. They weren't open. I probably could have gotten it from the boat store, but they were both closed on Sunday. So they all basically said that I need to go online and order, and then it'll be ready. I can come and pick it up. And I said, well, how long do I got to wait to pick it up? And they said, well, we're behind right now because of limited staffing issues, so we have 3 to 4 days delay. I already knew this because I picked up paintbrushes, and I'm like, okay, Home Depot, I can't go inside, so I said, let me just try that. And my experience was basically that after 3 days, I finally got my paintbrushes. I was like, so what do you do when you need something? And it's like, you need it right there. So, yeah, it's been a disaster. And then I broke my 1/4 inch tap, and I've been using that to basically thread all the bolts for all of the work I've been doing up on the deck. Basically, I have to make new mounting threaded screws for the bolts, threaded holes for the bolts. So you drill it out with a smaller bit, and then you use the tap to put the threads in it, and then it holds really well with the bolts. Well, I'm in the same situation. I got to wait 4 days to get a thing. So I looked on the used classifieds, Kijiji, and it's like, does anybody have a tap and die set? And I found one in Orangeville, which is about an hour and a half from where I am. So I'm driving there to go pick up a tap so that I can finish mounting my blocks today, because my boat goes in the water tomorrow, and I don't want to go in without a way to run the sail, because the sail is like my backup motor. Basically, if my electric motor ever craps out on me, I got to sail it back somehow. But in order to be able to sail, I need to have working, working components, right? So I was like frustrated. So anyways, I'm glad there was some guy, and I reached out to him this morning, and he's able to pick it up now. He said pick it up anytime, so he's totally open. So it's like, great, I'll leave work an hour early, and then I'll just run over to pick it up, and I'll probably make it back an hour late. I'll probably get there around 5. At least it gives me 3 hours to work with this to drill. What do I got? I got 5 more holes to go. No, 5, no more than that. I got at least 20 more holes to tap, because I got to put the clutches in. And then I'll have a way to secure the rope clutches on the deck securely, and not be worried about ripping them off the deck or anything. So, and I didn't want to put big long bolts all the way through the cabin header down below. I didn't want to do that. So I think it's a good. It's going to work out all right in the end. But I tell you, this is real pain. And like I said, I just don't understand the logic. Like, why you can go in one and not the other. Like, there's no scientific evidence anywhere that says like one business over another is where you're going to get COVID. I can't, I don't see that anywhere. So like, they're just basically kind of using, if your people stuck together, okay, like maybe I could kind of understand a bar where you're all crammed together. Typically, it's like, okay, well, why can't you have the bar open but just make sure you're not crammed together? And then if you're not crammed together, like, what's the difference if you're in a Walmart or a Costco? And personally, I find, I went in there and there's more people crammed in there than in a bar. And like, they're not policing any of this stuff. So, I don't understand that. I understand trying to combat COVID, and I understand doing what we can to make sure that we don't lose lives, but I don't understand certain things. Like my boat that I'm on, I'm not allowed on my boat according to the rules once it's in the water. I'm like, well, what's the difference with it being in a yard or being in the water? Like, in the water, there's even more space. It's like, my boat's 35 and a half feet long, So it's pretty easy to keep 6 foot separation from somebody if I'm the only one on the boat. So, I mean, I guess they're worried that some of the other people are having parties and things on their boat. And I says, well, then that's what makes sense to stop, right? It's like, why penalize everybody? Anyways, sorry for the rant. At least I'm grateful I can go get myself a tap and I can finish off working on my boat. Make sure everything's centered, looks good. So I'm going to tap these holes out here using my quarter 20 thread. That's one thing, I actually went out and bought this bit. It's 1364, so when you're using a 1/4 inch tread, you I find that I need to use 1364, so that way there's a big enough hole but not too big where the tread won't actually take a bite into it. So this is the right bit, and I've been doing this with the drill bit for the last while. It seems to be working okay as long as I go slow, I don't overdrive it. Alright, let's check that out. It's looking good. So I'm just going to repeat that for the other 4 holes here. Looks good. Just testing the thread pattern here. The Traveler itself, I moved the Traveler, which I never had a Traveler, but basically right there on that lift, I've got the Traveler mounted here so that I can move that thing around back and forth, and the Traveler line here for the other side I had mounted on the deck, but I'm going to be moving it up to the top of the support there, and that's basically to give me some clearance with the rope, so I'm not going to chafe over on the deck cover here. It's not coming off now. Take care. Have a good one. Pardon me?
Good luck with the launch.
Yeah, thank you.
Looks like there's no holes in the block. You're good.
That's my only fear. If you'd like to help us out, like most people, we're working on a budget. We set up a Patreon page. If you'd like to join the crew, we could use some better camera equipment. That's what we're going to largely use that for, to help keep us supported making videos. And if you also, a big help would be to comment, hit the notification button, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up if you like these videos. Thank you. Out of time, so that's what it is. I've got most of her done. New cutlass bearing, new anti-foul, new anode, new shaft seal. And I got new through hull. Move that seacock over to there. Put another one over there. And yeah, so we're going in tomorrow. Hopefully there's no leaks. And if there is, I'm sure we'll deal with whatever it is. So away we go.